You're such an asshole.
AssholeConsulting.com. We got back from San Diego. An accident just occurred outside of my house, and so now they're tearing the carnage away. So there'll be a little bit of noise. Hello, Mr. Clary. My name is so-and-so. I am 21 years old and have been on active duty in the U.S. Navy for 3 years. I'm a corpsman attached to the Marine Infantry Battalion. I have 2 years left on contract, and I'm planning on getting out and going to college full-time. I plan on taking online classes later this fall. When I leave Iraq, don't vacation here. My problem is with math. I understand the excuse of I'm not a math person or I'm just bad at it is bullshit. When I was high school, I didn't give a fuck. See, he's honest. He says, I didn't give a fuck. I just bad at it. That's an excuse for weak people. He is a real man and admits, yeah, I fucked it up. That's it. So now this guy is going to have more progress in life as opposed to you people who are just magically, genetically bad at math. He just, the genetics didn't work out. I have the bad math gene along with the bad work ethic gene, and I'm a lazy fuck gene. He doesn't have that. His parents were very good genetic stock. Think about it, and now I'm paying for it. Science always interested me, and I can enjoy it. However, math bored me, and I found any way I could to be lazy about it. How has that worked? Avoiding work, has that helped? When this is all said and done, will you have spent more energy, more calories of energy avoiding math, or would you have spent more energy or less energy? I predict just tackling math and getting it the fuck over with. I never took anything above algebra and geometry. On the other hand, I took microbiology, genetics, chemistry, anatomy, and physiology. Yep, biology is a worthless degree, just so you know. It's a worthless fucking degree. Anything with bio in it is a worthless fucking degree, okay? Any science class I could, except for physics, which wasn't offered because I didn't take higher math, and enjoyed them and find them relevant to my job. No, well, good. Now, what can I do to speed up on math? Not just learning high school stuff, but be able to get myself ready for Calculus 1 by fall of 2019. Okay, so fall of 2019, dude, that is like a year and a half away, man. At least a year and a quarter. So you're going to be ready for, okay, what college classes do you recommend I take online while I'm still on active duty? How can I better prepare myself to go into engineering program after being out of school since 2013? What is your opinion on biological engineering? No, we don't do biology here. There are a couple things we don't do at Asshole Consulting. We don't do liberal arts, we don't do humanities. We don't do stupid cocksucking motherfuckers studying English who were born and raised in an English-speaking country. We don't do biology degrees, and we don't do the hoods or the Asperger's, the autisms. We don't do that. Oh, and the bipolars and the social anxieties and the bo-ho-ho, boo-hoo is me and the math sucks. We don't do that, all right? You do not do biological engineering. That's bullshit, all right? And are there other degrees you recommend I look into? Well, I recommend you get the book Worthless if you haven't read Worthless, I know, because you think biology is a fucking degree. And it is. And the problem with biology is it's one of those worthless degrees that even say like finance or economics, where you think, well, there's a lot of math. This is important. Banking, finance, biology, medicine. And then you find out, no, it's completely worthless. So don't put as much effort into a biology degree as you would an engineering degree and come out with a biology degree. If you're going to put that much effort into it, get a real fucking engineering degree. Get a real STEM degree. And then also read Worthless if you haven't done that. And I say, okay, and you had a little bit. You're right, I have no college credit in anything at all unless the school chooses to honor any credit for my military training and Army physician. I have recently taken the online Stanford Binet test, and it says I have an IQ of around 131. Dude, you're more than capable. You gotta really be not honest with yourself. You have to respect your intelligence enough. That's a super high IQ. That's an IQ where you are like going into high-level engineering, electrical engineering, nuclear engineering, something that pays a lot and is hard, because you're capable of doing it. You're actually going to find out, it's kind of like some of these planes, they're designed to go really fast, and if they don't go that speed, they really suck. You got to go a certain speed with that IQ, all right? So you got to up your game a little bit here. You're like officer material, and I just fucking, I like to avoid it. Oh shit, I couldn't avoid it. I still don't exactly trust the legitimacy or accuracy of these, and we'll have to take a no shit IQ test when I get back to the state. Well, okay, take, and while you're there, take the Queendom one and see if you're in the ballpark. It's amazing how everyone kind of groups. I mean, there's a plus or minus 5 or 10, but if you're going at 131 and that's your average score, yeah, dude, you owe it to yourself to be aiming high. Also, I've done some more research. I believe it would be better for me to pursue chemical engineering, mechanical engineering, or continue a career in healthcare like nursing, or become an MD. You could become a doctor, but please look through all of our series. Just search on YouTube, Aaron Clarey, doctor. There's a bunch of doctors that gave some advice, and one who wrote, even go to my blog, a doctor explained. Boy, that just sounds like a less and less appetizing field to go into. It's certainly not worth 10 years of your youth. So unless you really like cutting people open, man, go talk to some medics, see what they recommend. Single, no kids, not going to change anytime soon, if ever. Okay. Here's what you need to do. I don't know what educational resources you have available in Iraq. I don't. I'm assuming that you have internet of some kind. But I would go talk to your CEO and find out what educational opportunities you have in the military as it stands right now. Because between now and a year and a half from now, when you go to college, you can either really get a huge jump on this shit, or you can, like you're doing right now, which is kind of like, oh, I'm going to get ready for calculus, which is completely undershooting your ability, or you can fuck off and not be prepared at all. What I'm going to recommend you do is talk to your CEO first and find out what educational opportunities you have to get accredited college credits. And I'm not just talking about the math. I'm talking about all the fucking stupid bullshit liberal arts classes that you got to go. I presume you have yourself a college you want to attend. I presume you, after a little bit of thinking, you're going to figure out, okay, this is the college I want to go to. This is the program they have, chemical or electrical or chemical engineering. And then you're going to look at their requirements, right? So even though you may not have that piece figured out, figure that piece out first, and then attack it from the bottom, where you're going to wipe out your goal before you walk, day one, before you walk into that college and put your foot in there on their property. You're going to have as much prerequisites knocked out, and I would say not be prepared for calculus, already have your college credit for calculus. Now, there are two ways of going about doing this while you're stuck out there in the sandbox. One, again, talk to your CEO and find out what online accredited college educational opportunities you have that you could take while you're out there. There may be a college class already being offered on base somewhere in Iraq that you qualify for. Most of these are going to be prerequisites, so whether it's actually in person at a school, makeshift school on campus, American University or whatever, or campus, on base, or whether it's online, doesn't matter, as long as it is accredited and you get the credits. And what I would do is go and try and knock out all of your prereqs in this next year and a half. All right, or as many as you can. Don't let it interrupt your job, but that's what I would be doing. So if you got to take English composition, because Lord knows you don't know English by this age, knock that out. I mean, go online, see what classes are you got to take for these, just to start taking your engineering classes. But that's what I'd be doing. So you're going to be looking at your arts, your fucking transgendered hate white male studies, all this bullshit. That's the crap you want to knock out. In addition to that, you're going to want to knock out as many math classes as possible. So it depends on your math level. If you've taken algebra and geometry, the simplest way I would say is go online and do self-instruction to review algebra and geometry. I would see if you can get your hands on an advanced algebra book, see if there's some classes on advanced algebra. If not, get yourself a book on advanced, just standard old textbook, and go through it. Just go through it. You don't need a teacher. You've done this before. It's just we, unfortunately, us taxpayers had to pay some fucking average piece of shit to stand up there and tell you how to do it. You can do this yourself. Get a book and teach yourself advanced algebra. I would skip trig unless you absolutely needed it. You could maybe take trig. It's not going to hurt. But I would focus on the advanced algebra. And then after that, I would study pre-calculus on your own. Now, if there are classes offered by the military that pays for it, and it's online, and you get credit for it, so there's a track record, fine. You'd prefer to take it that way than self-study, because some of these schools are cocksucking motherfucking pieces of shit. They say, well, you didn't take pre-algebra for college students, which is normally in the 7th grade, so we're going to make you take that. So again, you gotta find out what is going to be required for you to sit for college calculus when you go to the school you want to go to. All right? So that's just for you to study to get up to being able to take calculus at a college level. If you can, which I'm sure you can, once you spend 6 months refreshing your memory, maybe even 3, teaching yourself algebra and advanced algebra. Then I would look at pre-calc, and then I would try and teach yourself calculus, whether it's offered online or not for a credit. Again, preferably you take it online and you get accredited, you get credits, so you don't have to retake this class down the road in the military. Anytime there's a chance to get college credit for this class, go and take it, right? And then you're sitting there in the sandbox, you learn about integrals and differentials, and you're like, oh God, calculus wasn't that hard. I was just looking at Susie Q's big tits the entire time my junior year. No wonder I couldn't focus now. So you take that, you get the online classes, you get your credit. And then by the time you ship back out of Iraq, hopefully you have, 5 bullshit prerequisite classes out of the way. You've taught yourself enough math that by the time you either take calculus online or through an on-base class, you're getting college credit for it, or you already have credit for it in Calc 1, Calc 2, and then when you go to college, bam, you're off to Calc 3, you're off to physics. Physics is another one. Go study college physics. Chemistry, those are things you can start knocking out now too that do have something to do with your future degree. So again, get a list of all these classes, take all the crap, get college credit for them. There is another thing that you should consider, and that is DSST classes and CLEP, C-L-E-P classes. They're not really classes, they're tests so you do your self-study, you take a CLEP test or a DSST test, it was started by the military, your CO should know about it. You take these tests, and what they will allow you to do is get out of certain college classes. It's basically like, look, I've proven to the college that I'm capable of taking calculus 1 and 2. There is a problem with CLEP and DSST. Colleges and universities want your money. And what they'll do is they'll say, well, you can only have a certain amount of CLEP tests or DSST tests. You can only test out of so many classes. Then you have to start paying. Or we don't recognize and honor CLEP exams or DSST exams. So then you've did all this study, you took that test for no fucking reason. Once again, reiterating my point, if you could take these classes online or through a base university or some kind of educational program offered through the military that you get accredited credits for that, do it that way. Then you're not fucking around. You do all that. Again, depends on what the school is you're going to determine whether you want DSST, CLEP, self-study, or just take classes online. In theory, though, after you do your research and your homework, find out exactly what that school, what that program requires of you, making sure that all your studying leads towards getting college credits or getting CLEP'd out at DSST'd out of college classes at the future college you're going to, you should walk in with a full year of college already done. And it's the bullshit, suck, non-white man, dick, cock, or lick pussy, bullshit classes, rah-rah Hillary Clinton, socialism is great, political philosophy, jerk-off puppetry studies, whatever the fuck the bullshit. You get all those stupid bullshit classes out of the way. Day 1, you walk in, you're in Calc 2 or Calc 3. You're done with physics, you're done with chemistry. Now you're on to the basics of mechanical engineering or introduction to electricity or something like that. So, and it's hard for me to tell until you tell me what school you go to, and even then you can figure it out. Find out what you want to major in. Find a university you want to apply to. Look at their college requirements. Find out what they accept in terms of credits, DSST, CLEP, and then after you get this game plan together, you figure out, and it does. You can always change your major later because most of these classes you're going to take are going to account and qualify for the worthless liberal arts classes. So it's not like these aren't going to be accounted for something. Make damn sure they either allow you to DSST or CLEP out. If they don't, take the classes online through an accredited university where the credits will transfer. Do a lot of homework up front. Do a lot of your actual studying and traditional homework up front. Pass these classes, get your credit. Your GI Bill should easily cover 2 to 3 years of whatever you have remaining. In theory, you would only have 3 years, maybe 2.5 years if you do it right, of studying left to do. So you might as well do it now, unless there's like some hot piece of Iraqi tail you're fucking. But yeah, that's what I would do. So you can always do the self-study, but if you're going to put the effort into it, make sure you can get college classes. I don't think you're going to get college credit. I don't think you're going to get college credit reviewing algebra, reviewing geometry. I don't even think you get college credit taking Algebra 2 or advanced algebra. I have seen people actually get credit for pre-calculus. And man, and maybe you can even. I remember. I take it back now. I remember there was like remedial math. Like if you were a genuine fucktarded, stupid individual, and you don't. Hey, I could never understand everybody. I just don't remember algebra. Like, how the fuck don't you remember algebra? How the fuck don't you remember algebra? And college credit is actually given to these fucking retards that go and take fucking college algebra. All right. So again, it's going to take some research and study. Contact the university, get a game plan together, and try and knock out as many credits and bullshit before you set foot on that campus. Anyway, hope that helps out. You guys got questions, go to assholeconsulting.com. We give heavy discounts, 33% off to military personnel and veterans. Toodles.